The United States added 2.2 million new millionaires from 2019 to 2020. In a single year, 2.2 million people became millionaires, which made the total number of millionaires in the US over 20 million people. We're all told that becoming a millionaire is more like a dream than a reality, but when over 2 million people become one in a matter of a year, you know that it's a practical goal that anyone can achieve. Wherever you are in the world, the internet has made it much easier to build a successful business that could raise you to millionaire status. It's about putting the time and effort. I am sure that there are plenty of you who are watching this video are going to join that list since you're interested in investing, business, and growing yourself mentally, spiritually, and physically. Just because you're poor today doesn't mean you're going to stay there forever. You don't choose to be born in a poor family, but it depends on you whether you want to stay there or not. Financial independence is not something that happens to you overnight. It's a series of good, small daily decisions that slowly lead to financial success. So, how do you know that you are on the right path? What are the signs that you are one of those future millionaires? Let's take a look at 5 habits or principles that lead to financial success. And let me know in the comments below how many of them do you follow. But before we get started, let's thank the sponsor of this video, Fabulous, the #1 self-care app to help you build better habits and achieve your goals. If you have been watching our channel for some time already, you know that it's impossible to become financially independent without building the right habits. Reading books, getting quality sleep, staying focused are all habits that you need. But in the age of social media, you constantly get distracted. And Fabulous solves that problem. I've been using the app for the past 2 weeks and I love it. Let's say I want to make drinking water every morning a habit. All I have to do is add it and choose the time. Every single morning it is going to remind me to drink water. It even shows how much time you need to do that. And after a few reminders, it will turn into a habit. And that's how you build a morning routine or a night routine. It's 100% personalized, tailored to your own needs. Fabulous provides schedules, tasks, and reminders specific to you and the changes you wish to make. It breaks down scientifically proven healthy habits into very small tasks that you can easily achieve every single day. The first 100 people who click on the link will get a free week trial and 25% off Fabulous Premium. Start building your ideal daily routine with Fabulous. And now, let's get back to the video. You're playing the game of money on offense. If you were to play any game strictly on defense, what are the chances of you winning that game? Extremely low or none, right? And yet, most people play the game of money exactly like that. Their goal isn't to be at the top and make millions. That seems like an impossible goal for them. They just want to pay all the bills and stay out of debt. It's not a bad strategy, but the problem with it is that if your goal is to simply be above the water, that's maximum what you will get. Of course, there are exceptions. Some people save 5 to 10% of their income invested in the stock market and hope that their portfolio grows by 6 to 7% annually, so that when they get old, they will have something to rely on. And that's better than nothing. However, that's still not enough. You can't lock yourself into a comfort zone and expect to get financially independent. If you want to create real wealth, you should stop playing defense and start playing offense. You should start attacking as aggressively as you can. Of course, not every single of your attacks is going to be successful, but you will increase your chances of winning by a huge margin. Number 2, you think big. Back in the days when I was a broke college student who barely paid his bills, I always used to think about how I can minimize my expenses to save more. Even if I would save an extra $100, I would consider that a lot. But at some point, I realized that there is only so much I can save. There is a limit to how low I can go. At the end of the day, there are some fixed expenses that I cannot avoid, such as rent. So the question that was in my mind, should I focus on saving some extra pennies, or should I rather focus on earning 10 times the amount I do now? That's when I realized that I was on the wrong path all that time. There are people who waste hours and hours just to find a bread that's 20 cents cheaper, and then there are people who would rather waste that time maximizing their income. The question is, which one are you? Number 3. You admire other rich people. I have friends who despise rich people. Whenever we discuss the big tech, they would say, "Look at Jeff Bezos. Look at how many people are suffering because of him. His employees are suffering and he doesn't care. He's probably the greediest person in the world." Or when we talk about Tesla or SpaceX, they would say, "Musk doesn't care about the environment or the humanity. He's a greedy capitalist who only cares about himself and his net worth." Let's say hypothetically they only care about themselves. The question is, so what? Do you care about humanity more than he does? He's at least doing something, even if that's out of self-interest. He's positively impacting the world. He's helping the world to move to sustainable energy, and in return, he's making billions. He transformed the way we shop forever by making it affordable for anyone to order stuff online. What about you? How are you making the world a better place? Sitting at home and watching Netflix and just criticizing everyone who solves a problem and becomes a billionaire isn't helping anyone. If you don't want to work at Amazon, you don't have to. If you don't want to believe in Tesla's mission, you don't have to. Or when a billionaire donates a few $100 million, you see people criticizing him for not donating enough. Come on, man, how much have you donated? Probably not even 1% of what he did. How about we appreciate what he has done, even if it's a tiny percentage of his net worth? Or the best one, if I would be as rich as him, I will donate dozens if not hundreds of billions of dollars. If you were so generous, why aren't you working as hard as him to become a billionaire to donate that much money? You spent your youth chasing girls and watching Netflix, while that guy spent his youth building successful business. And now for some reason, he has to donate all that money. You had the choice to take some risks, spend your entire youth building a business, but you didn't. And now you want to criticize him for not sharing his wealth with you? Number 4. You don't assume you know everything. What do people do when they face financial problems? They complain about it. There is a bazillion number of things you can blame, starting from politicians that run the country and ending it with your boss. Or how about the billionaires who have taken all their wealth and left nothing for you? Their greed is keeping you poor. But if you tell him to pick up a book and learn the basics of money management, he will tell you, "This is my money and I know how to take care of it. So don't teach me how to handle my money." Well, if you have figured everything out, why on earth are you always broke? Maybe you shouldn't be broke if you know everything. And it's not only about money, but everything else. Haven't you realized that when people get into an argument, they try to prove that they are right, even if they are not, instead of trying to learn? And to be honest, I've had this mentality back when I was a teenager. I was quite stubborn, but then I realized that if I keep going like this, I will never grow. So I stopped acting like I know everything and started paying attention to my flaws and started fixing them. You cannot solve a problem if you do not acknowledge it. That's the first step to financial independence. Number 5. Focus on your net worth and not income. What is Jeff Bezos' salary? What is the salary of the richest man in the world? How much do you think he earns when his net worth is around $200 billion? Probably billions, right? No, his salary is a little over $81,000. Yes, you heard that right. Bezos doesn't even make 6 figures. How is that possible? And that's not unique to Jeff Bezos. Most of the richest men in the world have very modest salaries, because there is a huge difference between net worth and income. Salary is what you earn when you trade your time for money, but wealth are assets that earn you money when you're not there. Since there is a limited amount of time you have on any given day, it doesn't make sense to focus on your income. That's why rich people often focus on building wealth. Even the Forbes billionaires list is about wealth and not income. So if you're focused on building wealth, you are on the right track. Even when you look at it from the tax point of view, ordinary income is often taxed at the highest rate, while there are a million tax breaks for wealth. The most famous one of them is, of course, Section 1031 exchange. You can sell your property and buy another one and don't pay a dime in taxes. Some of these signs might apply to you, others might not, but keep in mind that you can always make that change in your life, and it's not going to happen overnight. In fact, it took me years to make that shift in my life, so there is no reason to think that you can do it as well. If 2.2 million people became millionaires in 2019 and another 2 million people became millionaires as well this year, so as long as you put the time and effort, you definitely can be one of them. If you have enjoyed this video, you will most definitely enjoy this custom playlist that I have created specifically for you that has our most popular videos that could potentially change your life. And now, give this video a thumbs up that it deserves and make sure to subscribe if you haven't done that yet. Thanks for watching, and I will see you in the next one.